If we could put it in the chat right now, for those of you on the call this morning, can you put in the chat, where are you calling from? What city are you in?
Good morning.
And
Brandy.
Sweetie, let me know. Brandy, where you from, Miss Brandy?
Welcome, Jocelyn.
Jocelyn, good morning. Corona. Okay, I love it. I love it. You know what? Perhaps a bigger question, and that is, what inspired you to take the time today to be on this call? Put it in the chat. Let us know what inspired you to take time out of your busy schedule to hop on this time with us today.
Someone's here from Belize.
From Belize.
Wait, what? What are you doing?
Belize Navidad. No, I'm just teasing.
Please, you're going to have to excuse my husband.
Wow, no. Don't excuse me. Permit me, please, okay? Because I am telling you guys today, we're going to be on this call, this live for maybe 30, 45 minutes at tops, but the objective is...
A little bit more.
A little bit more? That's fine. Within 30 minutes, though, the objective is to let you know why we're here, why we're on fire, and why you will be on fire to be the one in your family to break the cycle of lack to a generation of prosperity. If you are here because you're the one to bring prosperity to your family, put it in the chat. So if you can, let me know if people are engaged with me. I got to know if they fired up too.
Yes.
Yes?
Natasha says, hey, fam.
Okay.
Shakara says, I'm on for an opportunity to build generational wealth.
Hey, Shakari got me pumped. Shakari got me fired up.
Brandy says, my son joined the Kappa League, and this was presented to us as a parent, so I know what we're about.
Miss Brandy, good morning. How are you? Oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, sweetie, we can...
Wealth and prosperity.
You're like, wealth and prosperity. Oh, I love it. Oh, this is so good. So good.
Alrighty.
So good.
Thank you.
And to our partners over at Thrivent, good morning to you all, team. We could not be here without you all. So thank you very much for your commitment to service, to live in Christian-like values, to make the world a better place, to build a world where prosperity is within reach for everybody. So you guys put your time, your commitment, your dollars behind us. So for that, marketing team, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Excellent. So we're live. So go ahead.
Okay. Well, I do not have. Am I looking at this one here? I'm not used to the.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what are you looking? Oh, you want to see the slide?
Yes, the slide. Okay.
This is what they see.
Oh, got it. Okay, fantastic. Alrighty. So before we jump in, we want to make it clear that the goal of today's webinar is for every single person that's on to take a step to ending generational lack and start to build generational prosperity for their children. So at the end of this, we are going to have a call to action, and it is for you to just schedule an appointment with our financial partners. And that is so you can get the information tailored to you, questions that you have specifically for your family. And, it's going to be a little bit different for each person, what they can invest and what they can do. But at the end of the day, this is the call to action. This is all we want you to do, is take the first step and make sure that you are building generational wealth for your family. So keep that in mind throughout this whole presentation. And I think they'll be pretty fired up to do that when they see the rest of the information that we're going to share.
Absolutely. But for those of you who can, if you are able to take your phones for a moment, and if you can, just scan this QR code for me. These are our partners over at Thrivent who offer the financial products that's going to help you take that idea into action. Sweetie, if you can, because I can't see the monitor, just let me know if there's anybody. If you can, take your phone, if you're watching it off your desktop, and just scan the QR code. If I could just get 3 to 5 people to say it's scanned.
Yeah.
It's scanned. It's scanned. It's scanned. The first step in generational prosperity is scanning that QR code. So scan that QR code for me, sweetie. Just tell me if we have 3 people who said, Nick, that's done.
All right.
I came to action. I came to get busy. I came to get going. That QR code is scanned. I just need 3 people.
All right. And Mark, feel free to put that in the actual chat itself, because some people may be watching from their phones, which is kind of difficult to scan while you're on the phone. So feel free to put that in the chat, team.
That's right.
Scan. Someone said, I screenshot.
Love it. Okay. Screenshot
Done.
is the same.
Randy says done.
Excellent. Excellent. I love it. Okay. Solomon, please, camera back to me. If you don't mind. This is really important. Where's my camera at? Solomon, this one here?
It's on you.
Okay. Take a moment and bring this in. For 2 minutes, I'm going to tell you why this matters to me personally so much. And for some of you, you might be able to relate. I made it a personal mission of mine to be the one in my family to break the cycle of lack and scarcity. Let me get personal for a second. I am here to break a 100-year curse in my family. I'm gonna give you an example. In 1937, my grandfather, Billy Jameson, was born. And at 9 years old, he loses his father and his mother in Fort Worth, Texas. And he grows up without a helping hand to make his life better. My father, in 1970, he was 10 years old when his father left the home. When he became an adult, had his family for himself, he had to start off at ground zero. When I was 11 years old, I found out that the father who raised me, the man whose name I carry, was not my natural father. And I too had to start when I had my family in the beginning. I had love. I had parents who supported me, who believed in me, but we live in a world of resources, and I had none. Something happened. Solomon, where's the, where did it go? There we go. This is May 27th, 2021. My amazing wife gave birth to our son, Nicholas II. And we have 4 kids. But when I saw my boy, everything changed. In that moment, I decided I would be the one to break the cycle that my kids will never know. That's why I'm here. And my personal mission with us before this year is over is to help 100 parents take the first step to breaking that generational lack in their family to be the one to build generational wealth for their kids. If that's you, if you can relate to that message, if you can relate to that legacy, to the idea, just put it in the chat and say, Nick, that's me. Nick, that's me. Nick, that's me. That's me. Take it a second, because we're not here to play. We're here to act. We are a people of doers, of believers, who believe that faith without works means nothing, that we can't pray for prosperity alone. We got to take a step to achieving that. So if you're with me, baby, are they in the chat? Are they with me?
They're saying, that's me.
Are they
Amen.
engaged?
Yep. They said, Nick, that's me. Nick, that's me.
Come on now.
Say, I speak it every day. Nick, that's me. Yep.
Yes. 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 By the way, I already feel, sweetie, the shackles of lack and limitation broken off of our minds, our bank accounts, and not just us, but for our kids. When you scan that QR code, that's the first step. And I want to tell you, because this was a personal goal of ours, back to the PowerPoint, if I can, where did it go? Okay, got it. So take a second. This was from Yahoo Finance a couple years ago. And it said that millennials, that would be people like us who were born in the mid to early 80s, 96, and Gen Zers will need $3 million in retirement to live comfortably. $3 million. And what makes that bizarre is if you go back and look at the last couple of generations, So, for example, my grandfather, 1984, when he began to retire from McDonnell Douglas, at that time, you only needed $150,000 to retire and live comfortably. Because America, in 1933, when President FDR passed the New Deal, he made a promise to Americans called a safety net, that by the time you retire at 60 to 65, you were given Social Security. And if you had a job, you had a pension plan. And over 30 years, you had a gold watch. That was a promise. And if you see over the years, so if you look at today now, somebody who's going to retire today, if you're a baby boomer, you have Social Security, you have a pension, and you have some savings. You'll need about $750,000 to retire, to be free, to live your life. But look at the next couple of decades for us and our kids. In the next 10 years, Social Security is set to run out of entitlements to pay those who receive those benefits. 85% of families today who have a job have an employer who do not offer a pension plan. So which means us and our kids have a future that's dependent on us of saving and investing and starting early. And this was the initial ignition that decided me to move forward for my kids. And as we got blessed and we got a chance to build for ourselves, we wanted to bless other families. So we thought that initially what we had to do was focus on helping kids build their lifetime earnings. In the chat, tell me if this rings a bell. How many of you grew up in a home where our parents really stressed education and going to college, and that was a pathway to prosperity? Put in the chat if you heard it from your family, your community, that the way to prosperity was through college and getting that degree so you can go and live a life of value and make enough money to take care of your family.
Yep, they're saying yes, yes,
Yep.
yes.
And we saw the same thing. If you look at this chat, if you look at this for a second, what you'll see is that we saw a study from Georgetown University, and it said that if you have a high school diploma or some college education or a bachelor's degree, you can see that you have increased lifetime earnings. And so my wife and I, about 10 years ago, we took that stat and said, what if we can start a foundation that could provide grant funding to help kids go to college to reduce that burden of student loan debt so they could complete their college and build wealth. And what we did was about 10 years ago, we started the Goucher Foundation. And over the last, not even 10 years yet, babe, right? It's not even been 10 years, but so high five to us, all the kids. So we have helped at this point now over 58 scholars. Most of them are first generation kids going off to college to pursue that path to prosperity. And we've awarded over $100,000. Is that pretty cool?
Yeah, it is.
That's actually pretty cool.
Matter of fact, some of the people that are on have supported us. So if you ever have with a donation or sharing.
Thank you. Wherever the camera's at. Thank you so much. We could not have done this guys without you. So thank you. And so I'll tell you, that was the beginning. And over time, right, was that a round of applause? My man. And so what we did, though, was we had to take a step further to say, how impactful are we helping our kids? And take a look at this report that came from NASDAQ a couple years ago. And it said, yes, the average college earner will make over $3 million in their lifetime. But look at how much they're going to spend. $3.3 million. That's the future for our kids who are off to college to get the degree, bring value to the marketplace, and they'll learn how to make it. They'll never know how to keep it. And that became the new vision for us, was to let families know it's not just about making it, it's can we save it? And the earlier we can save, the better we can help our kids reach prosperity. Babe, does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And I think that a lot of people can relate to even going to school and feeling like they did all the right things. And then they're looking at their bank accounts like right now. And they're maybe in their 40s or 50s and they're like, this doesn't add up. I did everything. If I'm not right now, how am I going to be right 10 years from now when it's time to retire or when I want to do something else with my money? So I think there's probably people on that are watching that can definitely relate to that. So this is, it's the reason why we've shifted the mission. And I think ultimately the people that are watching are parents. And so if our parents would have done this for us, what we're going to talk about, when you do the demonstration in a little bit, we wouldn't be in this situation.
That's right.
So we have the opportunity, when they say, better, you do better. Well, now that you have the information, you are responsible for being that person for your children so they don't wake up in their 40s and 50s and say, damn, like I wish somebody would have done this for me.
Yeah, no, that's there it is. That's so true. So as we looked further, we said, okay, are parents aware of this? And we saw a study from Pew Research. And take a look at this screen, team, for a second. In a recent survey, it said that 88% of parents say preparing their children to achieve financial freedom when they become adults is extremely important. 88%. And chat, if you're with me, take a moment and tell me if that's you. If you believe preparing your kids to achieve financial freedom when they become adults is very important to you.
Yep.
Now,
absolutely, they said absolutely.
Yeah.
And someone else says yes. That I said for my parents telling me that they had accounts for us, not with mine. So she's heard that other people, but she didn't have one for herself.
That's right.
They're saying yes, absolutely, without a doubt. This is what they want to do. Absolutely.
I love that. And by the way, in this country today, if there's 70 million kids under the age of 18, that's 70 million kids who have parents who believe the same thing. So that's 62 million or so parents who are like, yes, but watch this.
Yeah.
Only 7% actually do something about it. That's the gap.
Mm-hmm. That's huge.
Sweetie, that is huge, right?
Yeah. I mean,
because, go ahead.
It's kind of like if you ask somebody, like, probably 90% of Americans want to lose weight, but like how many people actually do it?
That's
like,
right.
So this is not about just getting the information. You actually have to put one foot in front of the other. And obviously you're making that commitment by just being here today to get the information. So it's like, you want to? Okay, great. Now, what's the next step? How do we stay committed? How do we consistently build toward this thing that we say we want? Because everybody wants it. It's probably higher than 88%.
I believe that. Now, remember, this says extremely important. Not just important, like extremely important. Like, yeah, it's really, really important.
Yeah, like your livelihood towards the end
100%.
Depends on if you can finance, the place you live and what you eat and what you're able to do and what you're able to invest in and your health. It's all related to that.
100%. And by the way, I want to give a shout out to you, Sweetie, because she's like, oh, tell me why on camera. I'll tell you why, because when Natalie has been helpful, I'm in the finance industry myself. And Natalie's been helpful. Let me know, babe. Many times, not that parents don't want to do it; they don't know where to start.
Yes, that's exactly.
And so for me, I'm in a different world, so I don't really understand those connections sometimes. And so I appreciate her making it very easy for me. Hey, maybe the first step is it feels so overwhelming because you feel like I don't have it together. I'm not sure where to start. And so our objective the next couple of minutes is to let you know how to start very simply, then move you into action. So step 1 was you showed up. Step 2 is scan that QR code. Step 3, make the appointment and talk to a licensed financial professional to walk you through all the options. Then step 4, open up that account. That's it. It's the 4 steps. So for us,
and if you're hearing that right now, this next slide, you're gonna love this.
Okay? Oh yes.
We made sure that we add this because you're like, that sounds good, Nick. That all sounds great.
I don't have the money. Where the hell do I bring the money from?
I can't even find $50. Oh, but wait.
Okay, you know what?
What?
This is like Jerry Maguire. Show me the money!
Yes.
All right, watch this.
So we're going to show you what you probably are already doing and you don't realize.
That's right. So
So.
take a look at this.
This is important. Take a screenshot.
Yes.
Take a screenshot.
This is going to blow your mind. This is going to blow somebody's mind.
And if you're watching on Instagram, go to the link in our bio and register so you can get this, the actual slides, because you can't see the slides.
That's right. So this looks at total spending per U.S. parent before a child turns 18. And this looks at every child from baby showers to birthdays. I'll give you an example. It doesn't seem like a lot, but for example, birthdays for 18 years is really only $500 per birthday, right? So $500 for your kid's birthday, and within 18 years, that's $9,000. Christmas, clothes. Look how much we spend on eating out. $80,000 we're going to spend, which is really, what's that, divided by 18, which is really $350 a month. $350 to eating out every month is $80,000 when that kid turns 18. Electronics, video games, junk food and snacks. Look at, guys, $212,722 the average parent is going to spend before their child turns 18.
Somebody said, woo, coffee.
Now, again, but this is what it means. Small things matter over time.
Yeah.
You don't see it every day. Even coffee. You take that math, that's really $5 to $7 on coffee, but every month, every year, for 18 years, $212,000. And guess what? At 18, not every kid, but most kids, they'll have nothing. Zero. They'll have your love. They'll have your aspirations. They'll have the shoes on their feet. They'll have the closet. They'll have hopefully the good school. Maybe the good outside activities like football and Pop Warner. But when it comes to investing in their future, they will have nothing. But look at that number by generation, because there's over 69 million Gen Zers today in America, which means, sweetie, that $618 billion are going to be spent by parents before a child turns 18, and over 90% of parents do not have or have saved anything for their child's long-term future or their business. If you're in this chat, is that crazy? Is that just me?
No, that's wild.
That is crazy. And so we have it, if we can just reallocate a little bit, because a little bit over time comes a lot of bit. It's not even a word.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, right?
I know what it means.
A little bit over time, compounded, becomes a lot of bit. And that's the objective today, is let you know essentially why this all matters, and why for us, it's about from piggy bank to property. Because if you look at household wealth, take a pause.
Yeah. So we didn't like explicitly say this in the last slide, but if you're not the one buying a ton of gifts for holidays, but you have family members that do, for birthdays, maybe you keep it simple, but someone always gives your child something. You could literally just ask them, instead of buying JR that toy that he's not going to play with in another 2 weeks, just put $20 into our investment account. We didn't even get to tell them about the birthday party that we did for Nikki.
Let's do that for a second, please.
I think we got over $1,000 from our friends. We did a simple birthday party at our house. We had pizza. We had a few games. I'm talking about like Costco pizza, y'all. We got 2-3 Costco pizzas. Those are $10. So we didn't spend a lot to have people over our house. We didn't rent out a hall. We did it at our home. And everyone put, $20 in, $30 in. And we got over $1,000 to put into our son's investment account. He had a ball that day. He didn't care that he didn't actually have like physical toys. He already has stuff. And so that is one way that you can begin to do the next step with what Nick is going to show you in a moment of how, maybe not the next slide directly, but in a bit with compound interest. That's one of the ways you can start. So if you hear nothing else, like, you got it. You have friends and family. And if not that, just take a little bit from what you're already spending. So I just want to add that part.
No, that's so good. We told these people who came into our home, don't bring a damn gift.
We didn't say that.
I said that.
Well,
They said, no, Nick. What? I said, hey, he got enough shoes already. He got enough clothes already. You bring your energy, you bring your love, and bring your money. Bring your $25 to $50, right? And here's the thing. We said, hey, I know you came from my son. I don't see a Cash App. So, I mean, what's going on, right? No, I'm not playing. Because here's the thing. Listen, team, family, we can't play about this. That sounds like not really a big deal, but over time, can you guys see how that adds up to a lot? Well, my son will look back, and my daughters, they'll look back, or your daughters and your sons, they'll look back and say, man, my parents were really intentional with giving me a shot at the American dream. Because right now, we live in a generation where for the first time since 1929, we're raising kids who will be worse off than us.
Yeah.
We have the education, but with that is also the debt. We have the education, we got the degree, but we got the debt that came with it. And we have the flat, stagnant income to go along with it. And so we're undersaved, underinvested, and everything costs a whole lot more than it did for our parents. That's not changing. So we got to be intentional about doing this. And why it's important when we pivot into asset allocation is we focus on home ownership as a starting point. Because if you look at household wealth in America by asset class, look at personal savings, look at business equity, look at retirement savings, and look what equity in real estate. Equity in real estate for most American families is the largest asset. It's the biggest asset. It's bigger than all the other assets combined. So a small down payment, and this could be that kid's early down payment for in the future, when they're ready to buy a property, capital and money for a down payment will not be their barrier if we start them early and we're intentional. So this matters because, again, I'm in the finance space, and for 20 years, my primary objective, I have made the bulk of my money to take care of my family as a mortgage banker. And we've helped over 4,000 families achieve that goal of owning a home. And with that, we've created over $400 million. $400 million in wealth that our clients have used to go from lack and scarcity to prosperity and legacy. And we'll show you how to take that over a small period of time. Okay, now watch this. I'm going to ask you in the chat for a second, how many of you know what compound interest means? Because I want to make sure I don't talk over anyone, that you get the gist of this concept.
Let's just break it down.
Okay.
Because if they're watching this later on, they may need to know.
Copy. All right, so I'll make this very, very simple. So compound interest means that every time you make an investment, so let's say I have $1,000, and I put that $1,000 into an investment account, and it makes me 10%. That means that in 1 year, my $1,000 made $100, right? 10%. So now I have $1,100. Where now, next year at 10%, that 100 now became 1,100, right? And now in 2 years later, it becomes 1,200. And then 1,500. And then over time, the interest, it keeps growing like a snowball effect. So the initial $1,000, every year the interest adds to that original principal, and it keeps going up and up and up and up and up over time.
And can we share?
Please.
We have all heard about saving, right? Because my mom talked about saving. She said, talked about budgeting. And so all of that is amazing. But I think we're here today because whose parents talked to us about actually investing and compounded interest? They didn't know.
That's right.
So we're not talking about putting your money into a savings account. And if you're already doing that, that's amazing. So we're not here to make you feel bad about that because you're trying. But there is another way that is going to make that money grow. I don't know if y'all ever look at your savings account, if it's Chase or Bank of America, and they're like, you got 1 penny this month. You're like, what? I earned 1 penny? So what we're talking about is compound interest. So you'll see that on the screen.
Yep.
Your savings account ain't going to do that.
That's right. And I want to give an example of what they see here. So watch this for a second. So here's what you guys are looking at. So when our second daughter, Yana, was born, okay, in 2017, here's what we did. We took $100 when she was born. And we put that money into an investment account for her, basically around 1-2 months old. $100 every month for the first 5 years. Now she's 7 now, okay? By the time she turned 5, that $100 a month at 5 became $6,500 at 5 years old. And we stopped funding any more money in that account. Nick, what am I saying to you? That means that account has not had an investment of another dollar in over 2 years. If you look at the beauty of compound interest, look at what happens to her original money at 5. And as it keeps growing over a long period of time, at 25, the original $6,500 becomes $36,000.
Say that again.
For the people in the back, at 5 years old, her $6,500 became $36,428 at 25. At 35, $86,000.
Come on now.
At 45, $204,000.
We getting up in the hundreds now.
At 55, $483,000.
They not ready, Nick.
Family, listen to what I'm saying to you. Hear me out. This is not for the people on this Zoom, but I'm saying people in general. We live for the weekend, not for our future. I'll say it to you again.
Someone in the chat said, we are fly and broke. More debt than saving.
Exactly. Who said that? Who said that?
M. Davis. I don't know who it
Davis,
is.
that's a fact. That is a fact. Right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. But it's in our culture. Gator boots with the hip hop mission suit. But that's okay, cause I'll stay fly. Let's keep going. Come on. Can't pay my rent, cause all my money's spent. But that's okay. That's not okay. That's not okay. We sing about it. We pop bottles to it. We're done with that.
Yeah.
Before I move forward, put it in the chat and say, Nick, we're done with that. Not our kids. That's not going to be us. That might be cool to talk about it on social media, but that's not how we're going to live our lives. Now, did I get one person?
Yeah, they said we done with that.
Come on.
They
We
said,
are
"Not our kids."
done. I love it. So,
And before you move on, I
yes,
want to make
yes.
the point
yes, please.
that if you missed it, we didn't put all that money up front into the account. It was every single month, little by little. And you'll get with your financial advisor and you'll be able to chat with them. Maybe you're not able to do it every month. Maybe it's every 3 months. Maybe it's every 2 months. It doesn't have to be the same exact schedule that we did, but that's why you need to book a call with your financial advisor. And you can say, hey, this is what I'm able to do. I'm going to start off with $300 or $200 or $50, whatever that number may be for you. And then you can kind of come up with that schedule and then get excited about the birthday parties and the holidays and the other things that are coming up. And then get more intentional about looking at your budget and where you can cut certain things out and say, I'm going to put this to the side. So I just want to make that clear that all those numbers that we're talking about, I mean, we talked about getting up to 45 years old and having $204,000. That started off with a $100 investment a month. But your number may be different, and that's okay.
100%, babe, that's a great segue. Which is why, if you're in the chat, my ask to you, I'm talking just to 3 people, is schedule your phone call today.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody's finances is different.
Yep.
Their time frame is different. But the best thing you can do is book that call and let a professional walk with you, not just for your child, but for yourself too.
Yeah.
Because we got our own goals too. We got to live.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Right? We got to still live our lives too. And some of us, if we take a snapshot, You might say, I'm not where I want to be financially. And by the way, many of us are not. And that's okay.
Right.
But if you can just start and book that call, that's your first step in getting the information to be empowered to rewrite your family story.
Yeah.
So, Sweetie, by the way, I'm going to do this off the top, but I'm going to give a gift for the first 5.
Okay.
Okay? First 5 people who actually book a call on that QR code, let me know who did it at the end.
Mark just put it in the chat again.
Okay. Fantastic. I love that. Is that good?
No, that's great.
I can, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not
Go
going to
ahead.
give the name of the person, but someone joined our webinar a few months back earlier in the year. And I'm so proud of her because she said, I just never learned about any of this stuff. I was scared. She booked a call with one of our financial advisors, and she was able to save like her first $1,000. And she like didn't even think that was possible. And she was able to do that and then start accounts for her kids. And I think she got so darn excited that she like went on this mission to start sharing this with other parents. And I think one of the things that's difficult is that we as parents think, well, we're not where we want to be financially. So how can I even start thinking about our kids? And I get the sentiment, but the reality is if you don't start, they're going to be in the same position that you are right now. And that's why this message is important because yes, it's difficult. Yes, things are not easy right now. We are aware of that. But the reason that you're on today is because you are someone who's saying, I'm aware of what's happening, but I don't want my kids to look up at 30, 40, and 50 and be in the same exact spot. So, just know that we're going to get you right and we're going to get your kids right. But it's going to be like an all-encompassing thing. So it's pretty cool that you get to learn about your own budget and your own things and what you may need to change in order to make these things happen for your children.
You know what? That's so powerful, by the way. And as you're speaking about that, makes me think about a conversation I had maybe a few months ago that might connect to people either on this call or people who might see this into the future. And that is that a lot of our, let's say, lack of taking a step is because some of us lack inadequacy, or we lack belief or self-esteem in ourselves. We feel like we are not where we want to be. And so we sit in our apathy, we sit in our sadness, we sit in that limited belief system that we cannot break the most important step, which is taking a step.
Yeah. Just learning.
Right. And so we sit there, but here's the thing. Many of us still have to, and some of that could be therapy that we have to go through. But the reality is that no matter what we are going through internally, that should not be our kids' battle. I'll never forget, I went to go have a lunch with my uncle, Vaughn, who's in Atlanta many years ago. And he said, Nick, every parent's job is to defeat its own monsters inside so our kids won't have to.
Yeah.
Because we all got a cross to carry. And too many times when we pass down trauma and lack down to our kids, we just burden them with more.
Yeah, because the next generation is going to have their own set of things that
100%.
we didn't have to deal with.
100%.
I mean, from social media and AI to loneliness to, there's so many other things that we're not going to necessarily be able to prepare them for. But it's like, if I can give them something and take the thing that I didn't know and then share that with them, that's one less thing that they're going to have to deal with. We can't shield them from everything. Like, that's not even a possibility. But it's like, I'm not going to pass on generational lack to them. I'm not going to do that.
That's right. We want to just give them the opportunity to prosper.
Yeah.
That's the objective.
Malika says booked. She booked her call.
Malika?
Session. And Jordan says booked.
Let's go. Let's go.
Wait, so I want to make sure we match these.
All right, go ahead.
People, hold on. So we have Malika, and Malika and Jordan. So if anyone else booked, put that in the chat so that we know. So we're counting the first 3 people.
Well, I said the first 5.
First 5.
If you go to first 10,
Okay.
Whatever you want to do.
M. Davis says she pulled out the form. Okay, well, book it.
I
Girl.
love it.
Shakara says booking it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so excited for all of you. And this was the goal of our webinar was to simply make it very simple.
Yeah.
Take that first step to act. because when you have a financial professional like we have today, I want you guys to I want them to meet Mark in a second.
You can pull them on.
Which pull Mark on screen. That's possible, Solomon, in a moment. But the objective is just to get you all to understand. Here's the vision for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a problem for our kids. Let's take the first step.
Yeah.
And then all the strategy,
Right.
the different kind of products that are best for you and your family can be done on a one-on-one consultation.
Christy said booked.
Let's go, Chris. Warm it up, Chris. I love it. I love it. And you know why I love this so much, Twitty?
Yeah.
Because I believe that I'm here to shape the future. And to know that there are a few families on this call who might see this, and our small time together, we may meet in the future, maybe we won't. But if this information, if hopefully my passion, my wife's ability to communicate, our ability to tell stories, if it can just get a family to go back, a mother or a father, to go and look at their kid and say, everything in me ends with me. And in you, it's a new beginning. And if that got you to make a move, to take a step in the right direction, not today, but in 25 years, I can see it. Because I might still be in mortgage lending. And we'll have the biggest mortgage company in the country. And somebody, some young boy named Jason is going to come and say, my mom, my dad were on a phone call 20 years ago. I'm going to still be in shape. I'm going to still be fly.
Goodness.
I'm going to still be doing marathons, okay? I'm going to still have a six-pack in 20-some-odd years. So they're going to say, I have the money for the down payment because my mom saved.
Listen,
my dad saved.
Look at this. And
that is going to be so freaking incredible.
I got one in here.
Oh, go ahead.
Christy says, you helped us purchase our home. We appreciate you both. Our kids got next.
Let's go. Let's go. So again, the only objective was to book the call, And if you go back here, and again, if we could bring Mark, bring yourself, brother, on camera. But these are our partners over at Thrivent. And I just want Mark to come up and just give a quick 1 minute about Thrivent, their mission, their vision, what they do in order to give you guys the next step tools that you need to move forward. Where's my brother Mark?
I am here.
Yay!
I am here.
Big dog. Look at my guy.
What's good?
What's up,
good?
baby?
Y'all, yes, man. I feel their energy. I don't know how many miles apart we are, but I physically feel it, man.
You
Super
should have seen
excited.
him before, Mark, jumping around this
look,
place.
I already know.
Yeah, that's right.
I hope you guys feel it as well. Well, I'm super excited to be on the call today. You'll see a number of people from our team and our company, Thrivent. We are a Fortune 500 financial services company that's been around over a century. So we're not new to this. We've been doing this for a very long time, but we're super excited to be partnering with the Gousset Foundation and NOH Mortgage Group to be bringing information and education. I saw one of the questions come up on what type of investment account. Well, that's what we're here to do. Yeah. We're here to walk you through the process to identify what's the most efficient account that's going to set not only you up, but set your kids up for the desired vision. So I'm excited. We have a great team. We actually got somebody from Detroit on the call from our team. I got somebody from San Francisco area, the Bay Area.
Excellent.
We're all over the country, Nick. So we're really to help. We're here.
I love that one, Mark. I want to say that this vision, this initiative could not happen, brother, without your support, without your partnership. I appreciate you as a man, as a father, as a husband, as a leader, to not just lead your family, but to lead the community, to help lead your company. And the fact that you believed in us to do this, thank you. I appreciate it. And your entire team from Detroit, the Bay, the whole entire squad. I see Thrivent right there. Say hi, Thrivent. I see you guys on the screen. There we go. Fantastic. I love that. So, Sweetie, you have any questions for Mark? Or you put it in the chat.
Yeah. So are we ready for Q&A now?
Yeah, I'll make the announcement at the end. Yeah.
Okay.
At the end.
Okay.
Yeah, just for context. So again, anything team regarding a fight, like your own personal situation, book the phone call. So that way they can go through actual fiduciary advice based on
Right,
your scenario. But if there's like anything in general, again, the objective today is to book that call because the first step is the most important step. There is no step 2 without step 1.
Yeah.
So you got to take that first step. And so if you guys have any questions for Mark today, please feel free.
Yeah. I was just want to add to that, not to be afraid, just to learn. I think it's like when people hear investment and they hear accounts and they're generally, and maybe I'm speaking for myself, you're like, well, what does all that mean? That sounds complicated. I don't understand it. That's the beauty of working with this team is, my husband's in finance. I'm not in finance. Okay. I don't know all the mumbo jumbo. And we sat down with Mark and I understood everything he was saying. And I didn't feel intimidated after we had our conversation because he broke it down easily. And they're not going to like force you to do anything. They're just going to break the information down and you get to decide if that works for you or not. And if it does, we're excited for you. And we know that they're going to walk you through and hold your hand through that process. And so for all of you that are on, you're a part of that 7% of parents who are actually going to do something.
Wait, those who booked the phone call.
Those who booked
If
the
you
phone
didn't book
call.
a phone call, you 88%. So hold on. Wait, hold on. So let's find out. Hold on, put it in the chat. Hold on, in the chat. Tell me in the chat, Mark. Let me find out for you, Mark. Are you the 88% or the 7%? Because there's some people like, Nick, I'm still not convinced, dog. My son got Pop Warner in 10 minutes, so he got to hair this thing up. Okay, listen, that's fine. I got to find out. Okay, form filled out. Listen, if I have an 88% left on this phone call.
Yes, MJ says she's doing it right now. She's
Okay.
the document.
I love that. Mark, any comments about what Natalie said about maybe some of the apprehension about investing seems so huge? It seems, like it's a amount I can't climb.
Yeah, seems like
What do you say to that kind of family today?
Yeah, it's funny because I was thinking, as I think about who we are, this industry, there's nothing new under the sun. The investments and the strategies we're talking about have been available for so many years, decades, hundreds of years at this point. And all we're doing is bringing access, bringing information that exists. And so my former career, our former company I used to work at, I would have millionaires walk in their children when they were heading off to college to set up their accounts, right? Much more than transferring wealth, they were transferring wisdom and information. And so that's what our heart's desire is to give you, everybody on my team is fully licensed financial advisors, and every product that we have access to, you will have access to. And we lead with advice. We lead with education to make sure that you're informed and you're confident about the decisions that you're going to make. I think one of the things you mentioned, Natalie, it doesn't matter where you start. So whether it's $50, whether it's $500, whether it's $5,000, wherever you want to get started, we can help you do that.
Okay. Yeah.
I think our job here is done.
Yeah.
I think our job here is done.
See if anyone has questions.
Yes. So before we actually head out now, Mark, before I'll let you go back, Mark's probably talking to somebody in D.C. We're looking at this guy. He's probably in D.C. somewhere. Where you at, Mark? Where are you?
No, I'm actually in Palm Springs, but I will be in D.C. next week.
I figured that. I love it. All right, before we let you guys go, Mark, I want to see if there's any general questions that you can answer for anybody else.
Yeah.
Or is
I
everybody
did see
good?
one of the questions on is completing the form, booking an appointment. Completing the form gives us your information so that somebody from our team can reach out to you today. So as long as you complete that form, you'll hear from us today to either meet today or to schedule time for the future.
Yeah. Here's what we did last time that I thought was actually pretty brilliant is that we're ending early. Technically, this is supposed to go till 12:30 Pacific Standard Time. If you have that extra 30 minutes, like I would say team, if you get those forms filled out, like if you all give them permission, like they can call you today, y'all can get your first thing going, your first scheduled appointment or however that works. I'm not sure how it works, but I'm just saying we're all about action. So if you can today, like let's keep on moving this thing forward.
That's right. Well, I think that people on the call, by the way, people on the phone call, just how was the event? How did we do? Was it worth your time? Was it inspiring? Did it get you to act? if you guys can just take a second and just tell us about some feedback for us would be very helpful because, again, we're on a mission, okay? In the next 10 years, we're going to help 1 million families, Mark. Wait, Mark, can you guys handle 1 million people? Hello?
We can handle it. We can handle it. We can handle it. Look, I brought a fraction of the team here. We have thousands of advisors across the country to serve. So I know we're just getting started in LA.
That's right.
But once we take it across the country, man, we are here and ready to serve.
That's right. Oh, wait, somebody said feels real beneficial to see others who look like. Yep. Excellent team. I mean, well, listen, I'm going to give you guys back your day. It is a Saturday. And so I would just say, if I can, camera back to me for a second. Mark, I love you. Great job, brother. Excited for what we're going to do together. Thrivent team. So nice to meet you all. Forward to meeting you all in person. I'm pumped. I see Mark's in the gym. I see him flexing the biceps. So I saw Mark in the gym. So fantastic. Nah, listen, I love it, team. I'm going to end it with this. Okay, first, Natalie.
Yeah.
Great job.
Thank you.
Give it up, guys, for Natalie, please. Natalie crushed it, as always. It's so incredible. How do you do this?
What are you talking about?
I mean, you're just so, the way you flow, the way you communicate, the way you speak.
Yeah, he's trying to get lucky tonight.
That's every night we talking about.
Sorry, TMI.
No. But this is good because I love Mark. If Mark's still on the call, I love what Mark said about not just transferring wealth, but transferring wisdom.
Yep.
And every generation has a responsibility to pass down something to the next.
Yeah.
Right. And if you look at historically, the plight of Black and brown communities, even though this is for all Americans who have kids, but you think about that journey, there was always a responsibility. We had to build ourselves up back from nothing to being proven that we were worthy of being human. And every generation has made it a step further to now, here we are today. Perhaps a generation or two ago, their objective was to pass down equality, right, through civil rights. Our job is to pass down economic prosperity. Economics is our objective. We've gone through go to school, get education, because for us it was not possible to go to school and get education and to prove ourselves with enough value and skill to make a living worthy enough to be prosperous. We've now done that, and we're doing that. Now there's a new chapter, and you're here today to write that new chapter. There's a new future that you will underwrite today. And because you'll make that connection to contact our partners, to get the wisdom that you need to move into action, you are going to be the one in your family to pass down legacy. And that's how the world and your kids will know you. So show up, we're going to show out, and we are just getting started. Are you pumped?
Yes.
In the chat, are you pumped?
Yes.
Mark, are you pumped?
I'm pumped.
Yes.
We're ready to call. So once we hang up, look out for a call. We're calling. Let's go.
I love it. Hey, team, enjoy the rest of your time. Thank you so much. Those on the actual call today.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Yeah.
High five. Mark, fist pump. Mark. Let's go. All right, team. I'll see you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.